Hello, this is Unlimited Splash, where we get better at Magic together through a new draft every day, and today I'm jumping into what is probably my last draft of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You see, tomorrow I'm going to be doing some Arena Direct preparation, and then, of course, on the weekend, I will actually be running through the Arena Direct. Now, I will say, this format is on Arena for another month or so I could very well end up back in the turtle queues, but probably not anytime very soon. Okay, so what do we have here? Number one, does machines. So this is a sweet artifact build around card. When it enters mill 2, draw 2, and discard 2, then you bring 2 artifacts back. Then at the beginning of your turn, at the beginning of combat, you can make a 3/3 robot or give something +3/+3. So that's a good card. Donatello is also a sweet card in the artifacts deck. So I could just take these two and take a strong position that I am in artifacts. And then I actually do think that's a good thing to do in these pick 2 drafts, to just like stake a position, strongly suggest you're in that lane, and then just hope that everyone kind of coordinates around you, but be very, very attentive to signals. The reason that I say that is because we're not playing in pod, right? And so if there's chaos in your pod, it's going to hurt you and 3 other random people in the queue, not all of your opponents. In pod, it might be different. I want to flag Frog Butler is incredibly strong, and the Neutrinos is like the Boros Signpost uncommon. So, you know, those could also have been viable directions for us, but I kind of like the idea of just assuming that I'm going to be in the artifacts deck and then seeing if I get proven otherwise. Now, this is really funny. Krang, Utrom, Warlord is a 9/9 for 9 that basically if you play it, you win. 9 is way too much mana, and I have no idea how you're supposed to ramp your way up. But here's an idea. What if I try taking a bunch of purple dragon punks? I actually kind of just want to try this, right? Okay, we're going for it. We're having fun. Turns out we're going for it. So Krang is, it's not good in a vacuum, right? Because you have to hit 9 mana, which is just an unreasonable amount in draft. But the thing is, there are accelerators in the artifacts lane. What I'm thinking is I can take the purple dragon punks and accelerate my way up there. If there were money on the line, I would take maybe Manhole Missile or nobody, or honestly maybe Lita, and just see if I'm supposed to go towards more of a white-based aggro direction, but it would not have paid off, right? Because here we get Baxter Stockman, so now we actually have both of the signposts uncommons in the artifacts deck. And I would say Donatello is also pretty good. As would be Omni Cheese Pizza, I wouldn't hate having that, or the removal spell, but I think I have Donatello a little bit higher than those other ones. Honestly, the Slithering Cryptid's pretty good as well. It goes with this Donatello and that Donatello. Donatello loves slithering cryptids, apparently, but I'm basically just going to try to cut artifacts as much as possible. So now I'll take a Spicy Oatmeal Pizza and a Mouser Mark II, and we are in the market for some purple dragon punks to be able to cast our Krang. And hey, if we can't cast it, you know, we tried. Okay, so here's an April, which is not going to make my deck, and Rock Soldiers, which I hope is not going to make my deck, but I guess I'll just put them in my pool for right now. Dust Machines is not a creature. Brilliance Unleashed is not a creature, but the rest of these all are. So feeling pretty good about the curve, pretty good about the card quality, actually very good about the card quality with Baxter Stockman plus Brilliance Unleashed, and pretty good about the fun equity and learning opportunity, because I don't think Krang is very good, but hey, maybe we can find a way to make it good, right? Okay, and wow, we actually wheeled both nobodies. So someone took the Manhole Missile, but it is crystal clear to me that nobody is in blue-red artifacts in this table. No pun intended. Nobody as in no player, not nobody as in the card nobody. Okay, what do we have here? So, I mean, this is just an insult, right? What do I open? The Rat King, which is a pretty sweet card in a very different deck, and Mighty Mutanimals. So this is a test of my ability to say no to things. Well, Mighty Mutanimals is such a not okay card. I would love to be able to play it if it's at all possible, but in the artifacts deck, there's just no way, right? There is just no way. Passing Mighty Mutanimals would solidify somebody else into white, so there's a nice strategic advantage for doing that. Or, you know, you do get some compensation for it. Having said that, what am I passing up in this pack? I just wheeled 2 nobodies, and that's the only card for my deck. I don't want to be taking Mind Transfer Protocol or Stockman at this point. So honestly, I'm just going to take both of these. I'll just call them both rares. And if I have the opportunity to splash, I will. But we're giving up absolutely nothing here, unless I think I might end up Grixis. I don't want Raphael, Jenega's Technique, Mind Transfer Protocol, Stockman, nobody, Mutant Town Musicians. None of these are making my deck. I mean, I guess there would be some value in clarifying signals, sending clear signals, and putting other people in these colors. But honestly, like, hey, maybe there's some world in which I'm able to splash white. And hey, I'm passing like Lita anyways, so they should follow that into white. Okay, I do think that Krang is good. Affinity for artifacts. So you can easily get this down to like a, I don't know, 5 cost card. And then the only time this was played against me, it's a 7/4. It was a 7/4 for very cheap. And but the most important ability is that this is a creature that affects a board that immediately can draw you a big wad of cards. So I'm really happy with that one. I'm going to snap up Krang. I'll take the dual land. We need to start sending some clear signals again after we took these 2 random cards that are not in our colors. I mean, I don't know. What would you have done there? For me, there's just nothing. There's just basically nothing going on here. I'll take a Master Mark II. It goes with Donatello and the other Donatello. I mean, I guess I could take Dimension X. I don't really believe in cool but rude at all, actually. So maybe I take Dimension X. Yeah, maybe I take Dimension X. I don't know. Maybe there is a world where I'm splashing for Mutanimals, although the double white pip is extremely hard. But you would splash for most A+ mythic level bombs, wouldn't you? If at all possible. Okay, here I'm very happy to see Mouser Foundry, and then probably I'm on Mouser Mutation out of all the rest of these cards. I actually think it's not that close. Mouser Mutation is not a good card, but I am pretty low on removal right now, so happy to just take that. Foot Headquarters doesn't help me splash. I'll take the Stockman. I've seen disappointingly few Purple Dragon punks, given that like no one should basically want to be playing that card except me, and now I want to play that card way more than I ever do. So, and look, we even wheeled the nobody that we would have taken pick 1. Maybe, honestly, the only reason I think I was wrong to take that Mutanimals is it would have been a nice signal and put someone even more firmly into white. Okay, I actually really do want to try the Technodrome. I think Technodrome is totally sweet, but it is a mega build-around card. You need to have a lot of artifacts that you don't mind sacrificing, which specifically means like mutagen tokens and food. But Mouser Foundry is a good example, though, of something that like you can block with a Mouser Foundry token and then sack to the Technodrome. And then I'm all over this Purple Dragon Punks. My curve is horrible, so I absolutely need some 2-drops, and Purple Dragon Punks is my only plan for how I could possibly get a Krang into play. Another thing, by the way, is I could actually... You could imagine discarding Krang to something somehow. I don't know how, but somehow getting Krang in the graveyard and then Brilliance unleashing it, because it doesn't lose its abilities. It would still be the same old Krang, just on a 3/3 body. Oh yes, Dawn and Leo. This is a top bomb, and we can play it in our colors. Casey Jones is almost a top bomb. I would love to have this Omni Cheese Pizza because it's such a good thing to flicker with Dawn and Leo. But now if we end up losing this draft badly, it will not be because of card quality. So that means that I really need to focus on mana, having a decent amount of removal, curve, playing to the board. I would like that Buzzbots as well. That would have been a nice one. So here, I think Manhole Missile is a big priority for me because my removal situation is very bad. Oh, Does Machines, actually. If I can Does Machines my Krang into the graveyard and then Brilliance Unleashed it, I'm going to play this Krang. I really think I'm not supposed to. I'm going to be totally honest. There's no way I'm actually supposed to play this Krang. I think I'll take Ray Fillet because I already have so many 3-drops, and it's kind of nice with Donatello. It's really nice with Technodrome. It gives me some things to actually discard or to actually sacrifice. Holy smokes, everyone. Okay, so Baxter Stockman is just a bomb and a half. I'm happy to take that one. And then do I take General Trag or another Manhole Missile? I think it's got to be the Manhole Missile. General Trag is good, but look, I have 3 fantastic 5-drops, and I'm going to be trying to play this 9-drop. So I think I will just take General Trag. We were in the right lane. No matter what happens, we were in the right lane. I don't know if we're going to win this event or anything. Oh, Omni Cheese Pizza. I'm going to try to play that if possible because it's so sweet to flicker with Dawn and Leo. And what am I going to cut? I don't think I want to be on 4 nobodies. Maybe cut 1 nobody. Yeah, bouncing your Omni Cheese Pizza with the nobody is also pretty sweet. I mean, I'm supposed to cut Krang, right? But I don't want to. I just don't want to. I just don't want to cut Krang. Maybe I don't need the Omni Cheese Pizza. I have so many different things to flicker. I have so many artifacts going on. Although it is also sweet to sacrifice to the Technodrome. It helps my Krang get my Krang Mastermind get cheaper. Maybe I cut the Retro Mutation, honestly. It's just not a good card. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty happy with this deck. Like, we're compensating for our Krangs with having a low curve. I mean, a low curve other than those guys, right? I do wish I'd found more Purple Dragon Punks and more acceleration, but hey, this is going to be a heck of a lot of fun. So I do a series, and this definitely turns out to be one example called Going For It, where I go for it. I just take the card and just have fun with it. So I'm someone who loves splashing, value engines, build-arounds, maybe accepting a slightly rickety mana base in exchange for just doing something awesome. And something like taking the super powerful 9-drop and then trying to play some like D-level common like Purple Dragon Punks, at least in my opinion, to facilitate it is definitely my kind of Magic. If that sounds fun to you, well, of course, always respecting our mana base, always trying to get our gems back, always trying to play our best, but definitely having a lot of fun and going for it. If that sounds fun to you, do go ahead and click subscribe. In the description below, there is a link at the very top. And I do post a new draft every single day. And I really try to have a lot of fun and enjoyment out of Magic. So here, I'm probably actually going to play Technodrome. And here's why I think I should do that. I currently am missing my 3rd land. I'm under no pressure. I'm on the play, but I'm missing my 3rd land. So what I want to do is play the Mouser Foundry, get a 1/1, and then I have 2 different artifacts that I can sacrifice to find that 3rd land if need be. However, thankfully for me, I actually just landed a nobody, and now I can hopefully scry a land to the top. I'm not going to bounce that. And let's see, does machines does draw me. So you mill 2, draw 2, and discard 2. It does actually draw me into lands, right? Hopefully. So when it becomes level 3, bring 2 artifacts from your graveyard to your hand. Does sound good. And I have the insurance policy. Do I keep this instead of a land? Maybe that's just greedy. I think that's actually just greedy. It's so mana intensive. I think I'd rather just try to draw a land the old-fashioned way. It's an interesting decision. Let me know what you would do. It's an interesting decision. I actually am not sure what's correct there. For real. Okay, down comes Fugitive Droid. I cannot block this Buzzbots because I do not have 6 power or greater. All right, yeah, this is probably better than if I was doing some fancy Does Machines nonsense. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play it. Actually, so you are an instant, right? So what if I attack with my nobody? They actually cannot currently sacrifice the Fugitive Droid, and once they can, that actually makes Manhole Missile a lot worse. Interesting. So they just straight up... Aha! I see. Okay, let's ask you to declare your target of the Buzzbots, and then I will Manhole Missile that guy. And you cannot counter. And yeah, I probably don't really care about this Mouser Mark II. I'd rather have a land for playing Baxter Stockman or a Don and Leo. Yeah, that's fine as well. Flickering Mouser Foundries, flickering nobodies, and scrying. That sounds pretty good. All right, and down comes Mouser Foundry. Make a 1/1. And end. So end of their turn, I am going to sacrifice my 1/1 to the Technodrome, because if I draw land, I can play Don and Leo and start flickering the Mouser Foundry, making 1/1s and drawing and putting a counter on every turn. Okay, I like my deck. I like my deck. I don't know if I'm going to do amazingly. Okay, they probably have a land to play now to get their landfall trigger, and then they can add 2 mana. I really want to play with this card. I haven't gotten to play with it yet. But yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do amazingly, but we're going to have a heck of a lot of fun. If I O2, it'll be a fun O2. That's what I always say. Okay, pass to attackers. Now, I think I do just sacrifice the 1/1 to the Technodrome. Actually, no, I'd rather get my attack in. No, because I might actually get another 1/1 next turn. And then I was debating, like, do I want to just, like, wait to see if I actually need to, like, can I just get in an attack, deal 1 damage, then sacrifice this after? But then my Technodrome is tapped on their turn. And that's a big difference, right? Because what I'm about to do is I'm going to play Don and Leo. I'm going to attack with nobody. I'm going to go to my end step. I'm going to flicker the Mouser Foundry and the nobody. And then now I actually get a whole extra card out of having my Technodrome untapped. Whereas before I would only have gotten 1 damage. And a card is better than a damage, my friends. Okay. Do I bounce the Mouser Foundry? No, I don't really want to. I like having it out for Don and Leo. I get a trigger for it leaving. I don't think I need another land. Yeah, I get a Mouser trigger for Mouser Foundry leaving the battlefield. And then I also get a trigger for it entering the battlefield. That's so awesome. That is so awesome. So now they definitely need an answer to Don and Leo. They're in Teamer, so they did just hit their red. However, they already had access to red last turn, so this is not unblocking them. Although they only had 2 mana last turn, so they could have had a big red thing there, but they didn't. All right, what'll it be, my friend? What will it be? Okay, put a counter on Michelangelo. Interesting, not on the Fugitive Droid. So I guess that's so that they can block. All right, well, I have to take that. It's unblockable. End of turn, I'm going to pop a Mouser, draw card. And now actually in one more activation, this guy can attack. So I'll go ahead and play this. Kind of want to play... I actually can play nobody into Krang, and then I can start flickering Krang. Oh, that's so awesome. Although I can't really do that this turn. So I think I'd rather... I mean, the other option is just play Baxter Stockman and attack. Nah, I want to do the totally sweet thing. I honestly, I think I prefer to do the totally sweet thing, if given the choice. So I don't need to bounce anything. Oh, yeah. Oh, my deck is awesome. This is easily my best artifacts deck of the format. This is easily the best artifacts deck I've made in this format. Okay, I don't have an attack. I mean, I guess technically I could attack with Dawn and Leo, but I'm not going to be cheeky like that. And so I could flicker Krang, but not just yet. Not just yet, my friends, because I would draw 0 cards. But next turn, I can flicker Krang and start getting card draw out of it. Oh, this is so cool. No, that was awesome. That was awesome. What a good draft. Again, if you like Magic like I like Magic, go ahead and subscribe using the link below. All right, on to game 2. All right, time for our deck to get tested against a high-ranked Mythic player. Casey Jones into Spicy Oatmeal Pizza. Sounds pretty good to me. Sounds pretty good to me. I'm on the draw. So Casey Jones would be nicer on the play as a highly assertive card before they have a chance to play something, but okay, that's fine. You can have your action, news crew. I accept. I mean, Dawn and Leo flickering Spicy Oatmeal Pizza and Casey Jones, that sounds pretty good. Do I reveal Krang? Yeah, might as well. Might as well reveal Krang. All right, they'll block, presumably? No? Okay. Yeah, that gives me some good Dawn and Leo stuff to do, doesn't it? Okay, Foot Elite. I'll take the 2. I think I will just Spicy Oatmeal Pizza here, rather than playing the nobody. Kind of like the idea of just trying to take control of the situation. Maybe I don't attack, though, because now my life total is looking like a pretty precious resource. I'm fairly confident that I'm winning in the long game. Okay, they don't want me blocking. Interesting. Well, I'll definitely block. I will definitely block. All right, I'll go ahead and play nobody. And then I will pick up the Spicy Oatmeal Pizza. I have every reason to do that. Okay, they're gonna make your move on it. Okay, I don't mind that at all. That's a make your move that's not gonna hit Dawn and Leo. Don't need another nobody, thank you. But Brilliance Unleashed can actually bring back Spicy Oatmeal Pizza. They did get to make your move it when I didn't have 2 mana up. Last Ronin's technique, just making 3/1/1s. I like that. I like that they're in a situation where they feel they have to do that. I'll go ahead and play Baxter Stockman, make a 1/1, put +3/+0 in first strike, and attack with a 6/2 Vigilance first strike. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is sweet. This is sweet. This is what I call magic. And now Dawn and Leo can flicker Baxter and nobody. That's awesome. Okay, you're going to take out my Baxter. Well, I don't really blame you for that. If they attack, I'll get scared. Okay, they did not. So now I want to save my Krang. I don't really want a Brilliance Unleashed. This is not the most convincing Dawn and Leo. I really don't want to play Krang here at all, or Brilliance Unleashed. So I think let's do Dawn and Leo. Again, not the most convincing one. I don't get any value. Okay, yeah, but they can see my Krang and they can't even see my Brilliance Unleashed. All right. Sorry, Mythic player number 583. You were not at my draft pod, and at my draft pod, they were handing out great blue-red artifacts cards like candy. All right, on to the next one. All right, we are climbing up the Mythic ladder to Mythic number 379, and my hand is looking very suspicious, so a little worried for this game. A little bit worried for this game, but okay. I mean, look, we get to Does Machines, which is, oh, yeah, actually. Yeah, I was going to say it's like not necessarily what you want to do like turn 2. But Purple Dragon Punks is a good one. So it doesn't accelerate me into Ray Fillet, but I can actually Does Machines and Mouser next turn. Or Omni Cheese Pizza. Would I rather... let's see. Would I rather play Mouser and Omni-Cheese or Does Machines? I think I kind of like the idea of playing Does Machines when I have more optionality in my hand. And yes, I can play Mouser or Omni-Cheese after that with the colors of mana that I'll have left. So probably, oh man, what did I just mill? Donatello and Don and Leo, youch. Neither of them is an artifact. So probably I will put back Krang, because I don't think that's happening anytime soon. And the tap land, maybe. I could also just put back the Omni-Cheese Pizza and say, you know what? Krang is on the way, and that's my game plan. Why don't I do that? Honestly, I just want to play my Krang. Is that so wrong? And we're already on game 3 of this event, and this is the closest I've come to playing him. But I can actually bring it back when this gets to level 2. So, okay, I'll pitch my Krang. I'll pitch my Krang. It's so silly. It is so silly. But yeah, when it gets to level 2, I get to bring back Krang and Omni-Cheese Pizza. And play Omni-Cheese Pizza. Okay, Weathermaker. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. You're going to get to start shooting things for 3. Genghis Frog. I love this card. I love this card so much. Okay, I'm just going to play a land and play Ray Fillet. Make a mutagen. Put a counter on the Mouser. So something interesting about Purple Dragon Punks, it can activate any ability. It doesn't actually have to be an ability of a creature or an ability of an artifact. So this meant that I couldn't attack with the Mouser this turn, but I think that's okay. All right, bouncing my guy. Okay, so now I could play Baxter, but I don't actually have a target for Baxter. I kind of want to level up Does Machines and play the Omni-Cheese Pizza and play Mouser again. That sounds pretty good. So let's do that. Level up Does Machines, bring back these 2. Play a land. Play Omni-Cheese Pizza. Draw a card. Play Mouser. So the advantage of this is basically next turn I play Baxter and I actually have like an attack. They are going to get a really big Metalhead attack in here. I'm not in the mood to be like triple blocking Metalhead. I think I'm just racing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, they played a Donatello. That's nice value for them. I'm very happy for them. All right, I'll take 4. I think I'm just representing more damage. And I'm going to get to start chump blocking with Baxter. Okay, I can take 5. I can take 5, it's true. Like, this guy can't get Trample. He can get Menace, which makes it hard to block, but... Okay, Manhole Missile is a little bit too little too late to deal with the current threat, but that's okay. I'm just going to drop Baxter. Am I able to sacrifice this? Oh no, I can just turn this into mana of any color. Got it. Play land, gain a life. +3 on the Mouser. Attack, attack. Genghis Frog is chumping the Mouser. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to me, right? Then I can put a bunch of counters on an artifact. So I'm going to be pretty eager to, like, if they kill my Baxter, that's okay because I have another Baxter where that came from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The dream scenario would be that I now just draw 2 lands off the top. This is really fun. This is a fun game. But yeah, Metalhead is just so good. Metalhead is just a good one, isn't it, my friends? I have so much optionality. The only question is, can I actually land all of my stuff? Maybe I wasn't supposed to pop the mutagen onto the Mouser. Maybe that was a mistake. But I don't know. Metalhead bouncing Mouser is like not the worst thing that ever happened to anybody. Okay, so they're gonna sack something to make this guy able to attack. For now, I think I'm gonna continue to just take it. This thing can deal 3 damage to any target, so I have to make sure not to get too low off of all this. I do have a pizza, though. I can keep up my pizza. And pretty soon I can start doing things like... I could level up the Does Machines to make my Omni Cheese pizza chunkier. Putting it on top, that's really scary to me. And then double block Metalhead and sack the pizza, that sort of thing. Okay, I'm really happy to see a land here. Still one short of actually playing Krang. That's so funny. But yeah, now I'm going to level this up, and I'm actually going to tap the purple dragon punks, because remember, it can activate any ability. Hold on. Oh, I thought I had one less mana than I do. My bad. Okay, well, hey, we'll just say that that's about, you know, representing a highly ambiguous threat. They have no idea what I'm representing now, do they? Okay, so first I'm going to put 3 counters on Omni Cheese Pizza. And, oh, whoops, I ordered them wrong. My bad. I might have wanted to buff my Omni Cheese Pizza, but that's okay. Probably, I guess I'll just keep attacking with the Mouser then. Okay, so, and then they have a removal spell. Oh, if it's Tenderize and they use nobody to do it. No, they'll use Metalhead, of course. Well, that's obviously annoying. Okay. Then I guess I just attack with this guy. So the idea is, let's see. Can I actually attack with more than just that guy? I can't attack with everybody, or I very likely just die next turn. They're probably representing 3 extra damage to me. The idea is if I play Krang, I need to be able to kill them. Yeah. So basically my goal here is just be able to play Krang. That's my goal. That's my goal. Unfortunately, I am 1 mana short of the Manhole Missile, and it was really foolish of me to tap the purple Dragon Punks. That's not what I was thinking. It would be a really nice chump blocker to have here. I thought I was 1 mana short of activating this ability and also playing Manhole Missile, but actually had exactly the right amount. Gain 3. That's unfair. That's not fair. And Trample. Okay, now I just really want a land on top, right? Now I just really want to land on top. All right, in comes Metalhead and nobody. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to Manhole Missile this nobody. I'm going to put my Baxter Stockman down because, once again, 6, 7, 8, 9 would be Krang, Flying, Trample, Indestructible, Haste. No one has reach, so I just need to draw a land in the next 2 cards, and I can actually play my Krang. Oh, land, please. Land, please. Do I actually just take the 6 here? I don't think I get another turn, so no. Wait, hold on. This does not have Menace. Somehow I thought it had Menace. I'll just block with the 1/1. No Trample, no Menace. Yeah. Preserve my life total. Land, land, land. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't chump block with the purple Dragon Punks, actually. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Yeah, they already gained the 3. Land. No, why would you do it to me? Why would you do it to me? 9 mana is too much mana. Yeah, now I'm in huge trouble, right? I actually have no idea what I'm supposed to do. So I can remove 3 counters from the Omni Cheese Pizza to draw a bunch of cards. So I think I do just play the Technodrome. I really need to draw like a bunch of cards here, right? Do I even play Technodrome? Because I have 6, 7, 8 mana. I would like to just remove 3 counters from Omni Cheese Pizza to draw 3 cards and Manhole Missile something, right? Oh, I'm in big trouble. I want to sacrifice the Omni Cheese Pizza as well. Oh, you know what I can do is I can play the Technodrome and put the 3 counters on it, and then it can block. Okay, that's actually sweet. Right, that is actually sweet. I didn't even notice that. So I'll put the counters on the Technodrome. And then I guess I'll give the Omni Cheese Pizza +3. So I can actually attack with the Omni Cheese Pizza, because if they block with Westwind Avatar, then I have First Strike, and I can just shoot it with Manhole Missile, right? So that's actually quite good. That's actually quite good. I attack with the Omni Cheese Pizza. This guy can block. I don't really want to attack with Ray Fillet, because the way that I lose this game is if I just get killed next turn. Although, if they manage to attack me with Westwind Avatar, they do gain 6. Or they do gain 3, putting them out of reach. So I think I actually have to attack here. Yep. I actually think I have to attack here. But then what's going to happen? They'll attack with the Westwind Avatar. But that's the only one that's getting through, right? And I can sack my Omni Cheese Pizza. Baxter can... I can double block Metalhead, but I can't chump block with Purple Dragon Punks. Okay, maybe I do only attack with this. Now that I think it all the way through. Hopefully they just take it. What I don't want them to do is just chump block with Donatello. That's the situation where I didn't really make a difference. Okay, now I'm glad that I held back with Ray Fillet. So now they get to attack with Westwind Avatar. It's really hard for me to block. They can deal 3 damage to me at instant speed. Oh no, don't kill my Technodrome, please. That would be bad for me. And no matter what, I want to fire off Manhole Missile. And discard and take some counters off of stuff to try to hit that 9th land. Okay, the fact that they're not hitting my face with this Weathermaker makes me really happy. Yeah, so that happens. That makes me really happy. Because I think if we go to next turn, I auto win, but I don't know, maybe they have a counter spell. Now that they played like that, it makes me worry that they actually have a counter spell. Okay, that happens. Resolve. So now I'm definitely just going to double block that guy. Westwind Avatar gets to attack. I think I would rather kill the Westwind Avatar than the Metalhead. So pass to blockers. I'm going to block here. I think this is correct. They can't sacrifice anything more to pump this guy. So I think this sounds good. So Ray Fillet will remove a counter from, I guess, the Omni Cheese. Oh man, are you kidding me? Then we can go to damage. They'll kill the Technodrome. I go to 3. Oh, this is so funny. This is so funny. I'm going to shoot this Frog Butler because I need it to not be able to reach and block Krang. Although I don't actually. Oh no, this thing doesn't. No, this thing would have trample. So actually, it's fine if it reaches. But and now we're just going to go for it, right? Do I actually pop my Omni Cheese Pizza here? No, because if they attack me, I'm lost, right? All right. We'll see. Let's see if it worked. No! I somehow knew they might have Ooze Spill. I somehow knew that they might actually have Ooze Spill. Yeah, okay, I lose. Yeah. No, I actually knew that they might have Ooze Spill. Like, they were very clearly representing it, and I even mentioned it. But I think you just have to go for the Krang there and just ask them to have the counter spell, right? I could have... I guess maybe you don't. Like, if there were money on the line, I might not have done it. Because I lose. I could have also cracked... I wouldn't have lost because if I had cracked the Omni Cheese Pizza on their turn, I would have been at 6, and then I would have had enough blockers to take the damage from the Donatello. So yeah, I should have popped the Omni Cheese Pizza. That's really where I screwed up. That's too bad, because I did get to play Krang, and I even had the read. So I should have thought when I was thinking about using the Omni Cheese Pizza, like it's totally on me. I absolutely should have thought through, like, okay, if they do have the counterspell, would I want to have cracked this Omni Cheese Pizza? But actually, no, if I crack the Omni Cheese Pizza, I have nothing to put the counters on. So it's actually not that simple, right? I needed the Omni Cheese Pizza there to put the counters on. Okay, can I please draw some island? Yeah, I need the Omni Cheese Pizza there to put the counters on, so it's actually not that simple. Okay, I'm gonna be a horrible person here. Like, I'm sorry to you, but I'm going to shoot the Frog Butler, and I want to get on my mana. I'm gonna put Krang on the bottom, and I'm just gonna try to draw an island. Okay, thank you. And play an island, play a Master Foundry. Even though I'd much rather have the Donatello down when I play the Master Foundry, I have enough artifacts. I don't think I need to be picky about that. Yeah, that's tough. I'm sure there were like a million decision points. I'd actually like to go back and analyze that game later, because I'm sure there were a million decision points where I could have done things better. I'm absolutely certain of that. So yeah, really interesting game. I actually loved that game, and kind of wish I had won it, because I feel like it was very winnable, but you can't win them all. That's what they say, isn't it? You cannot win them all. All right. My opponent has hit their third land after I rudely kept them off of it. I think I'm inclined to go to combat. They're really representing removal here, so I'm just going to put this on the 1/1, so as not to give them a very obvious removal target. And then I have every reason in the world to just play out my hand. Interesting. Well, I do have a Master Foundry up, so yeah, maybe we'll just not let that happen. They're probably kind of baiting me into doing this, but I think this is so, because it was a face-up Master Foundry, so probably that's what my opponent wanted to happen. But I think it's kind of like forced in both directions. Like they have to bait me into doing it perhaps, and then it's just so good that I can't really not do it, even though it's what they want me to do. Yeah, really interesting. That last game was really interesting. I mean, that's why you don't play Krang, right? Like, if you replace Krang with some random cheaper card that would have been a lot less powerful but would have let me double spell, I probably would have just won the game through normal magic. But I can't help myself. I can't help myself. That's why going for it is really hard when you're at that rank. That person was mythic number 300, whatever. I don't like trying to maintain that kind of rank. I have like a lot less fun playing Magic when I do that, because you have to have so much discipline about not playing random super splashy 9-drops. And man, super splashy 9-drops are why I play Magic. Come on. All right. So this is for the trophy. If we lose, no trophy. If we win, trophy. So I'm going to keep this. I mean, I have Casey Jones on turn 2, and then an Omni Cheese Pizza as an opportunity to draw my blue. For some reason, I keep being stuck off of blue, but I have 8 blue sources out of 33 cards. So, you know, we're just going to hope. Actually, I might just... No, I think I do play Casey Jones. Just don't be 4 islands. If it's 4 islands, I'm going to cry. Oh, man, no. Okay, well, there was... Okay, we put 4 non-islands on the bottom, so I can't be too sad. But in this deck, whiffing on a Casey Jones is unfortunate. Okay, hitting an island is really, really nice. So I'll go ahead and play that. They have something? What is there for green and black in this set at instant speed that you would play here? I don't know. Don't know what that was. But hopefully this... Between this and our next draw, hopefully we have another land, so we can hit turn 4 Donatello, accelerating us into Don and Leo, flickering Donatello and Omni Cheese Pizza. I love this deck. Do you flicker Donatello or do you flicker Casey Jones? That's an honest question. I actually don't know which one. Is it better to draw a card or take an artifact out of the top 4? Well, I already whiffed and put a bunch of my non-artifacts on the bottom. Honestly, this is going to look so weird to them. These cards are so powerful that it's so strange to be discarding them. But, I mean, Donatello into Don and Leo is just such a good sequence. I think this might be it. And flickering Spicy Oatmeal Pizza is nice, but flickering... I already have Omni Cheese Pizza to flicker. Is this wrong? It looks so wrong to discard these 2 cards. I mean, the other thing to do would be to discard the mountain and then just pray that I draw a land, but that sounds wrong. Okay. I mean, if I'm my opponent, now I'm quaking in my boots after that. Hopefully they don't have another... Well, actually, another Shredder's Revenge. I still would get to play Don and Leo. Oof. Tap land is not what I want to see. Worst case scenario, I can play nobody picking up the Omni Cheese Pizza, and it's another awesome flicker target. Okay, let's attack with Donatello, because I'm definitely the beatdown. Definitely. Play the land. Now, I'm wondering, do I actually just hold a card, hold these cards in case they have another Shredder's technique. Like, I really don't want to discard Dawn and Leo here. And Donatello is not good on his own. I know it sounds strange, but I'm actually going to do it. In case they Shredder's technique me again, I just really don't want to discard my Dawn and Leo. I want them to tap out, and then I want to play Dawn and Leo. It just feels like if I manage to resolve Dawn and Leo, I'm not going to say I automatically win, but I'm just in such a commanding position. I don't need to also have Donatello getting counters along the way, although it would be nice. So I just need to think about, like, how can I lose in this situation? And the way that I would lose is if I play out Donatello and then they Shredder's technique me, and then I'm actually in a pretty messy spot, right? I might not even attack. So there's guac, and I don't want to get guacked here. I don't want to get guac pizza'd. So I'll flicker the artifact and I'll flicker Donatello. Actually, does Donatello trigger? Okay, good. Yeah, they do see each other. When things come in simultaneously in Magic, they do see each other. Okay. Phew. For a second, I was like, did I just totally blunder that? But okay. All right, now we're off to the races. Yeah, the way I would lose is, like, if I'm looking at Casey Jones, Donatello, the 1/2 flyer, and an empty hand. That's how I would lose this game. So Brilliance Unleashed, total bomb. I can do 5 damage to a creature and bring back a spicy oatmeal pizza, dealing 4 damage to something. And the pizza's a 3/3. And then I can flicker the pizza if I want to. So I could deal 5 damage, 4 damage, and 4 damage next turn to 3 different creatures. It's pretty cool. Death in the Family on Casey Jones. Youch. Not the situation you want to be in when you're facing down this board. All right. Drop a Donatello. Maybe I play the nobody after that. Could be Technodrome. Actually, I guess well, I don't think they're guacking me, but I think it's okay. Like, if they block and guac me, they could filter and guac. This would give me information about what's in their hand. Is it actually guac? That's so funny. I feel proud of that read if that's what's happening here. Saved by the Shell. Same thing. It really felt last turn like they were representing a combat trick. All right, but I'm perfectly happy with this. Yes, I don't get to draw a card, but it's like almost as good, right? So I'm not going to bounce that. I'm going to get a counter. Ray Fillet I don't really need. And then Dawn and Leo can flicker. Hold on. I needed to flicker the Omni Cheese Pizza and the nobody. They'll see each other. I get to scry again. I get to draw another card. I get 2 counters. Yeah, life is good. Life is good. Counter. Nah. I have Brilliance Unleashed bringing back spicy oatmeal pizza. I can do better than some random 3 damage spell, right? All right, now are they going to... they have the 4-mana black removal spell, I think. Hit Dawn and Leo. They like moused over a bunch of my creatures. They're wondering like which is a bigger deal, Donatello or Dawn and Leo. The answer is Dawn and Leo. Kill Dawn and Leo here. If you have spot removal, okay, Splinter. Okay, they're starting up a campaign of their own to deal some damage. Tenderize. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I see. They were not able to kill Dawn and Leo. Okay, so we're going to Brilliance Unleashed. 5 damage to target creature and bring back an artifact. 5 damage is going to hit this guy. Bring back the spicy. Bring back the spicy. Okay, and then it will shoot the Splinter on entry. I love my deck. Oh, this is so cool. I absolutely love this deck. And then we can flicker the Omni Cheese Pizza and the nobody. This is so sweet. I will not bounce anything, scry an island to the bottom probably, and I will draw a card. Thank you. All right, very good. And then we have a Krang in our hand, worst case scenario. I actually can almost afford the full cost, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, even if they board wipe all my artifacts somehow. If they killed all my creatures next turn, I could still play Krang. All right. Sweet trophy. I'm definitely going to be going over the game that I dropped. You know, I'm sure that if I didn't have that 9 drop in my hand and wasn't laser focused on playing it, I'm actually like very confident that there were lines, much safer lines. So definitely something to go over before the Arena Direct Win-A-Box on the weekend. As I say, I will be doing a whole bunch of Win-A-Box runs, so go ahead and follow along over the weekend if you want to have your probability of winning a box not decreased and hopefully increased. And I just want to shout out Some of these cards, like Krang, was clearly not very good as we expected, but Krang Mastermind was just as nutty as we expected. Dawn and Leo, I had one negative experience with this card where it just kind of got stuck in my hand. And this was the opposite of that. It was just an absolute all-star. Baxter Stockman's so good. Ray Fillet actually overperformed where I thought it would. I think I was too low on this card. And then, yeah, just playing a bunch of Master Mark II, Mark IIIs and nobodies actually worked out great. I think we had the right number of Omni Cheese Pizza. Technodrome was awesome. And here's a nice little synergy. Technodrome plus Does Machines or Technodrome plus Brilliance Unleashed. These two cards automatically make the Technodrome able to attack and block. So very awesome last draft of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was having a lot of fun with the set, but I think it's time to move on to the Arena Direct and then go play some flashback drafts. So until tomorrow, have tons of fun playing Magic, everyone, and don't be afraid to splash.